it'll help make you remember or help you learn what we've done tonight. So firstly, on the right, I'm just going to play. I'll go through the swing. So what happens is from P3 here, hands parallel, your hands start to lift up a little bit too steeply, so you end up with a left arm plane that is above the shoulder. Okay, and then on the way down, you overcorrect that, and then at that same position at P5, kind of lead arm parallel around you, your hands are too much inward. They should be in the middle of your torso. So here, again, hands are too much inward. Yeah, hands haven't moved outward enough, and what that ends up doing is causing swing path to be a little bit too much to the right and a shallow attack angle. Your hands essentially are a bit too close here. So we're trying to move your hand path outward early. So rather than going so much under that shoulder there. So once you're here, the club's having to kind of, it's very shallow. Not going to spin the ball too much. So what we've been practicing is a little bit more of an outward swing path, and you can see here that there's less gap between the purple and the green. This is not your best one, but pretty good. And this had a big effect on the attack angle. Actually, this would be a little bit too much down. Swing path a little bit straighter as well, so quite like the effect it's having, just slightly too much on attack angle. So when you're doing that move, what does that feel like that you're doing?
It feels like I'm almost like really over the top, but it's almost makes me want to hammer down into the ground.
Okay, good. And you mentioned like a Jimenez practice
like
drill.
Yeah.
I showed an Alex Noren practice drill, and then a kind of blast from the past with a Corey Pavin one. So there's been people who have trained this hand path out to try and achieve something somewhat similar to you. This was obviously no training aid. That's pretty good there. I know we didn't make maybe as much impact on that swing path, but the attack angles moved down to, that's going to significantly improve your strike. And the hand path here closer together. Like, that's not to be sniffed at. That's a good amount of change.
Yeah.
And for this time of year, if you came back and that's what you came back as, like success, and I'd be like, oh, well done, good job.
Yeah.
So try not to, try and fix it all at once and completely change how you play golf. Because you've played golf with this draw for a long time. Keep doing that. If this just goes to 4.5, this goes to that, strikes will get better. And then you can figure out, right, how do I manage the face? If we could move that a little bit straighter, then great. But if not, then you play golf with that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Good. Well done.